To do makeup on people, and where do I start, where do I get the products, which kind of products should I get, how many foundations do I get, how many concealers do I buy. Most of us started from the boys. If you don't have to go onto these Instagram pages where they sell lashes for 500 shillings, one pair of lash for 500 shillings, that doesn't even make sense sometimes. Getting palettes is the easiest way for you to survive in the streets. I got these at 300 shillings and it is quite strong. It looks like a briefcase. It's very strong. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is CJ. I do beauty and lifestyle content to this channel. If you are a new subscriber or if you're just passing by, please consider subscribing. If you are an OG, thank you so much for coming back and sticking around and watching my content. As for today's video, I'm going to do something that I've been asked quite a lot by people on my DMs on Instagram. Most of you follow me here, some of you just follow me on Instagram and they ask me questions, and I just felt like I looked it up on YouTube and I couldn't find it anywhere, so I thought maybe I should just put it up for people so maybe people can refer to it. So today we're going to talk about makeup and a makeup artist and where you can start and how you even start applying makeup on people and the kind of things that you need, the products. This is just more like a product kind of guide on what kind of products you should get on a budget. And yeah, so let's get straight into this video. So first things first, I'm a makeup artist by profession. I trained myself how to do makeup and I did learn how to do makeup on YouTube. Then after that, when I got the skills, I paid for online classes here and there, mostly from Nigerian makeup artists, because girl, they are good. Nigerians are just good and everything. That's where I learned most of my makeup artistry. I went to a few schools here and there just to get the certificates and just to, you know, get like different skills and all that. So yeah, in this video today I want to share. Somebody asked me, I want to start doing makeup on people. This video has just come up when somebody just the other day asked me, I want to do makeup on people, and where do I start, where do I get the products, which kind of products should I get, how many foundations do I get, how many concealers do I buy, how much money do I need. I have a video that I filmed I think early last year about how much you would need to start to have a startup kit. I'm going to link it somewhere here. You can check it out, maybe it will help you even more. And I also have one of where I get my makeup products in Nairobi. That was back then when I think I was starting up, and that back then there were only a few shops. Now there are so many shops, Instagram, on physical locations and all that. So yeah, so I'm just here to guide you. I hope this video helps you up. So when you want to start doing your makeup, when you want to start doing makeup on people, because I know when you want to start doing makeup on yourself, most of us started from Dubois. If you don't know Dubois, it's a street in Nairobi. Actually it's Dubois, but we call it Dubois because we just pronounce it the way it's spelled. We are Kenyans, we do that, and it's okay for us to do that. So it's called Dubois. I think it's a French name and all that, Dubois Street. So most of us get our makeup products from there. That is a China-based makeup products. That is what we started with. That is what I started with, doing makeup on myself. But then again, now when you go and you continue and you perfect your skills, now you want to start doing makeup on people, or rather you feel like you want to become a makeup artist full-time, you need to get yourself with original products or just products of good quality at least, because you don't know how different skin types of people react to different products. So where do we start? Basically, I just start from the top, like how you do your makeup step by step. So we start by eyebrows. When it comes to eyebrows, you just need eyebrow pencils, because when it comes to us Africans or here in Kenya or just people of color, we use brown pencils to do our makeup. Some use black, some use brown. I prefer using brown. Some use dark brown. So when you go to Dubois, or now when you want to start doing your makeup as a makeup artist, accessories you can get them very cheap from Dubois or Jumia, but mostly I'd prefer you go to Dubois because you can do that physically. So you get eye pencils, and eye pencils that we use here locally is the Davis pencil. Most people use number 3. I use number 18 for my eyebrows. Some clients I use number 3, some clients I use 40, some clients I use number 3. So it depends with the type of clients, their color, their skin tone, their undertone and all that. So if you want to get this cheaper, because if you buy one, you'll buy it at maybe 50 shillings. The best idea for you to do when you're starting up, please go to Dubois, buy it in a pack of 12. That is like a dozen of them, and they're going to sell it to you at 360. Now what you do, because it's usually like one color in one set, just tell them you need a dozen of different of these pencils. pencils. So they'll put like 4 brown, 4 18, and 4 number 3, and then you have like a dozen of pencils. It will 360, which if you calculate, you're buying each pencil at around 20 shillings, so that will save you some coins. Going down, after you've done your eyebrows, obviously you need like a spoolie brush, you need like concealer brushes to, you know, conceal your eyebrows, you need like the angled brushes. So now we're going to start. We're going to buy accessories. So you could go to the boys and get cheaper brushes. You don't really have to get like expensive brushes. I'm going to show you. This is a brush of, I think, 16 or 12 pieces of brushes. These ones, I got these brushes from Jumia just recently, the other day. Now depending on your grip of brushes, these ones I got them for 300 shillings in Jumia, and it's a pack of 12. Okay, if you need good quality brushes, good quality brush like this one in the boys goes for 100 shillings. So if you were to get a set of like 12, that is 1200 shillings. This is a set of 12, or I think 16 thereabout, I can't remember well, and I got it for less than 500 shillings. Now it is equally good, don't get me wrong, it is equally good to get your powder brushes. You have your powder here, you have your eyeshadow brushes here. Okay, it comes with, I think, it didn't come with a spoolie brush. A spoolie brush is like 50 shillings, but it does come with like a concealer brush for cleaning out your eyebrows. And that is, you just go around looking around for things that will help you. You don't really have to get like, you know, like I have like different types of brushes here that will show you. This brush here, one of it is 500 bob. I think I got it for 500 shillings. This one is quite dense, good quality, it has lasted me for years. This one, I think it was around 300 shillings for one. This one was also 500 shillings. So, and all these brushes that I have here, I have them here. The only one that I don't have here is a foundation brush. Now, when it comes to foundation brush, because I have a powder brush already, right? I have a powder brush. Okay, let me just show you that I have a powder brush. I have a powder brush. I have a contour brush. I have a highlighting brush if I have to. I have like different multiple brushes. Okay, you just have to diversify. And also when you have like so many clients at once, there's a cleaning spirit you get. I don't know how it's called, I can't remember the name, but there's a spirit you get, a kind of a cleaning agent you get, that once you're done using these brushes, it is also a disinfectant, because it's more like it has spirit and everything. Or you can even, it has alcohol, you can even carry your disinfectant and everything and spray. Once you're done using this for one client, you just need a tissue and then apply the product on the brush, then rub it on the brush. It gets squeaky clean like you didn't use it, and then you can just spray your sanitizer and then you're good to go. So this will 300 shillings, you have your makeup brushes. You don't have to break a bank for that. And then for foundation, because most of these brushes are not going to apply your foundation perfectly, you're going to need beauty blenders. In Dubois, one beauty blender like this is 100 shillings. Now on Jumia, they have these ones I got from Jumia, and they didn't even go up to 300 shillings. I think they're around 200 and something when they're on offer and everything. These are 4 pieces for 300 and something. You saved a coin, you saved 100, and it also comes with a storage box. So once you're done using them, you can wash them and store them back. The good thing about beauty blenders is that even if you go with them and you have like a dozen of clients, once you are done with 4 clients, you can always rush into the bathroom, clean them up with soap, wash them nicely with soap, squeeze them, because at the end of the day you're still going to use them wet, so you still need them to be wet. So squeeze them nicely, carry paper towels, always have paper towels with you when you're going to apply makeup on people, and then you can still reuse this. They're reusable. Okay, good. Once you wash them, you come back home, wash them well, put them out to dry, and then store them inside here. Never store your dry beauty blenders while they're damp, they grow mold. Okay, so that is the face. We have tackled part of, you know, the accessories that you would need. Also when it comes to lashes, you can go to Dubois, get a pack of lashes, or Jumia. Jumia has become my favorite app to buy makeup stuff of late, makeup accessories. Like you get quite good lashes like this for less than 300 shillings. You get this is one style, like 5 pairs, and they're quite good, and you get good pairs. Even in Dubois, they have so many lashes. You can have like because they sell them, you can get 6 lashes for 600 shillings, so that means one lash is 100 bob and all that. It becomes cheaper and they're still mink lashes. You don't have to break a bank, you don't have to go onto these Instagram pages where they sell lashes for 500 shillings. One pair of lash for 500 shillings. That doesn't even make sense sometimes. I feel like they're just quite overrated and stuff. If you're beginning, please make the boys your best friend. You're going to save a lot of coins, and you're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to use quite less amount of money to get yourself such stars. For lash glue, right now there's a lot of controversies going around about lash glues. So we used to use hair bonding glue, which used to go for 100 shillings. But now, because you don't know how different people react to bonding glue, please just go to a legit makeup store and just get a lash glue. The cheapest you'll get, I guarantee, is 500 bob. There's nothing I can do to help you save, but it's 500 shillings, but it's going to last you a while. So for that one, for 500 shillings, will take you a while. It's like a small tube. I had one here. Let me just show you. I got this one for 500 bob. It's called the Dozy, and it has given me hell today. It's good, but you have to really master how to use it, because yeah, okay. So we are still at the eyebrows. For the eyebrows, for cleaning your eyebrows, now here is where I'd say it's not really a must for you to have concealers at the beginning. I know most of us learn with concealers, but once you master your art, you can actually do your eyebrows with foundation. Like today, I've just done my eyebrows with foundation only. What I've done is, because you need like your foundation color and like 2 shades lighter foundation to do like the lower part of your eyebrows. So you can buy like the foundations that you get, because one concealer is around 400 shillings. One concealer like this is around 400 shillings. All right. And if you want to skip that, you can use your foundations. But if it's really a must for you to buy a foundation, right now there's so many makeup brands that are coming up with foundation concealer palettes. One of them is this palette called the MUA palette. I got this for 1200 shillings, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 shades of concealer. It's quite buttery and glides pretty well. It has different tones and different shades of concealer. 400 shillings has lasted me a while. It's quite a good one, and I think it is, because this one right now I think goes for 500 bob, and you would need so many of these. Okay, you will need for darker skin, you will need for contouring, and when it comes to contouring, you don't really need to have to use a concealer for contour. You can do powder contour like I've done. You can also I've done powder contour on my nose, I've done cream contour on this. You can also use your foundation or a darker shade of foundation to contour for every different client. If your client is lighter, you can use my shade of foundation to contour their faces. You don't have to use like the same contour shade, which is dark cocoa, for every client. Okay, you can use different shades of foundations to do your contour. So you can buy like 1-2 concealers and maybe a few number of foundations, because concealer is half price the money you're going to use on foundation. So I prefer you get foundations, and maybe right now try and minimize the number of concealers. If it's a must for you to buy concealers, you can get a palette. There's so many different concealer palettes. There's like the V Beauty that I'm really eyeing, because it's really big. It has a lot of concealers and it's really nice, and I love that. So that is concealer. When it comes to foundation, I'll give you a guide. Go to these big makeup shops, like let's say Vita Farm Cosmetics and Ken's Pharmacy. You can ask them around and ask them which kind of foundations do most people buy a lot. Like there's that color, there's that tone or that undertone or that color of foundation that goes by quickly more than other stocks. They will tell you maybe like 3 of them. You should have like the basic ones that I will tell is just have like the lightest shade of foundation. I use Maybelline. This is so far the cheapest foundation that you can use. 900, 1,000 shillings you have this. And illegal and LA colors, they have foundations ranging between 900 to 1,000 to 1,200 shillings, which is quite affordable. For starters, don't try breaking a bank to please clients with 20 is 5,000 Kenyan shillings. You're just starting up. Where are you going to get like 20,000 shillings for only 4 foundations? But you can have this like 4 foundations. You have the contour shade, you have the much lighter one, and you have like my shade. Like when you go to these makeup shops, they will guide you and tell you can get like 360, get like 356, get like 375 and 370. Those are the foundations that are really used so much compared to the place that we are in. The color that is mostly common with a lot of people. And then now when you get conversant with them, you can use even 4 foundations for so many people, because you can always mix up and get the best foundation match. So you don't have to buy like 1,000 or 10 foundation shades just for you to be in the right range. You can try and play around, mix foundations. So many times I've gone to clients and I have 3 foundations and I still work around and they match, so you get that. So buy a foundation that is affordable and just get like the basic colors that are usually used a lot. Okay, then now we go to eyeshadow. When it comes to eyeshadow, actually you only need one palette, by the way, to be honest. You only need one palette that has a lot of warm tones, because most of us here, we love warm tones. We love, you know, like browns and the oranges and that. So you need to get a shade. I'll give you a good example. A good example of a foundation palette that I have is this. This is the Untamed Beauty, but I think they discontinued it. Nairobi eye palette. I bought it a while back. I only use this for myself because it has stayed quite a while. So this is the one. It has quite a lot of shades, different shades. Or you can get the Morphe one. The Morphe one is quite cheap. Let me show you the Morphe one that I hit pan and I go back buying it all the time. I hit pan and I go back and get it all the time. This is the Cara Beauty, not Morphe. Cara Beauty, I think it was around 1,800 shillings. Yeah, I keep on buying it all the time because Cara Beauty ES14, because look at these shades. These are the shades that Africans love. These are the shades that us Kenyans we love the most, you know. We have smoky eyes, you have neutrals, you have oranges, you have reds, and you have browns. You only need one foundation, one eyeshadow palette, actually, to be honest, because all these palettes, I look at them sometimes and I only use one. So I'm like, why did I get all this for? You only need one palette and then just figure out how you can play about it. You don't need to buy so many palettes in the beginning. You can have one palette and then get like one shimmer palette, and that's it. You don't really need a lot. Also, this foundation palette, some of them have contour shades, powder shades that you can use on people's faces. Okay, even when it comes to powders, do not buy compact powders now. They're a bit expensive, because one compact powder like Maybelline is around 1,500 or something. Illegal is around 750 to 800 shillings, which is a good one. So you can start with Illegal. But again, like this is Illegal 750. I'm almost hitting pan. But I got a Cara one, which is a Cara palette. This right here, this is Cara Beauty, and this is a powder palette. Can you see that I have the brightest shades right here on camera? It doesn't show you like these shades are of different undertones, but they're really different. But this is the brightest. Then I have white. There's a setting powder. Then I have like, so you don't really have to get a setting powder separately. You can use this as a setting powder or a blotting powder. It can still work for you. You can set your foundations with these other powders for every different skin tone. You can mix them to get every shade of powder. You know what I mean? And this one went for only 1,200 bob. Can you see that? And if I have to buy like different powders, this one 750, like 5, that's like 3,000 and above. So you get me? So look for palettes. Palettes is the easiest way for you to start if you are a makeup artist. Getting palettes is the easiest way for you to survive in the streets. Palettes will save you a lot of money if you're beginning and if you're starting. When it comes to primers, I hadn't talked about primers. I had forgotten. When it comes to primers, because now we have matte primers, dewy primers, and all that, glowy primers and everything. Try and get a universal kind of primer, and this is like the blurring primer, the LA primer, the small white one. I'm out of mine. That is really, really good. I'm not saying like it is what you should use for every other person, but it's a good one. If you can't afford to buy different types of primers, you can get that one for starters, because that one blurs like all the pores, and once the pores are blurred, if you're oily skin, I don't think you're going to sweat that much. If you're of dry skin, it also has a gliding effect, so it means foundation is going to glide easily because your skin is dry. So that will also help you a lot to saving money, other than just buying different types of primers every other day for when you're starting, because it is expensive. When it comes to lipstick, right now there are also lipstick palettes. I don't have one because I have a ton of lipsticks that I used to buy all the time. But if you don't want to buy a lipstick palette because sometimes you don't know the consistency of the lipstick palette, I would recommend for you to get LA Colors and Illegal. They have quite good lipsticks. Even Cara, they have good lipsticks and lip glosses which are matte. They have lipsticks that are matte and of good quality, and they only go for 450. Some go for 350, others go for 500. You don't have to buy Maybelline for 1500 for starters. I'm not saying Maybelline is bad, it's good, but you don't have to break a bank getting 3 shades of lipstick 1500 each and you don't have that kind of money, if you go to LA, you still get the same color of lipsticks with almost the same quality as Maybelline for 350 or 500 shillings. You know, just something for you to start with as you build your kit, kidogo kidogo, pole pole and all that. Or you can get a lipstick palette and then it can still work for you. Yeah, so when it comes to something like what's it called, a setting spray. A setting spray, now what I've realized with a lot of people is that they love matte looks. Okay, so if you really want to be on the safe side, at least get a setting spray that is matte. That will save you a lot, because a lot of people want the makeup to stay around for a longer period of time. Most people love matte looks, and most people are oily skin. It's really rare for you to get dry skin people or normal skin kind of people. Normal, they can work anywhere, they can do anything, okay? But just look at your clientele and just see the kind of clients that you get. But it's easy for you to get like a hydrating a matte setting spray. What else am I missing when it comes to building up your kit? Because I think I've actually even talked about everything. I've talked about primers, I've talked about lipsticks, I've talked about eyeshadow, I've talked about foundation, I've talked about powders, I've talked about they're called eye pencils, I've talked about brushes, I've talked about lashes, lash glue. I've basically talked about everything. So you don't have to break a bank trying to start up your makeup kits. I cannot really estimate how much you use. I have a video where I have done that before. So that is what you do. I want to talk about a makeup bag. Now when you're starting up, you don't have to, I know all of us fancy all these makeup enthusiasts who have these what we call them, like the walking what are they called, makeup kits that have, it looks like a suitcase and like traveling and everything. I'll tell you something, I bought all my makeup bags from Hawkers. Okay, I have, let me just show you. This is the one that I use most with when I'm going somewhere, because I'm not really established, neither am I that small either, but I use this when I want to go do makeup on many clients. I got this at 300 shillings and it is quite strong. It looks like a briefcase. It's very strong. It's quite a strong makeup bag. I use that for when I want to go with many clients. I have this that I started with. This one was, I think, around 150 when I got it. Only that now it is a bit weak. It's lasted me a while. It still exists. So you don't have to buy a makeup bag that is 5,000 shillings and above. When you're going to Gikomba to do your stuff, go to the bag places like these waist belts. I got it for I think 100 bob. Okay, on the on just mtumba stuff, on just thrifting, I got it for 100 shillings. So I don't have to buy the one for 1200 bob. This one fits my waist perfectly. When I want to go and go to do small clients, I have this bag here. This one is the most expensive makeup bag of all, and it is not even of good quality. I bought it a long time ago, 600 shillings. It's not even worth it, because I have these ones that are 300. I have this one that came with makeup brushes that I got from Jumia. So yeah, I have that. I also have this one here that I got from the streets for 50 shillings. You see, just go looking around, just find something that will work for you. Don't break a bank, dear sis. Don't break a bank. Just do something that will work for you. When it comes to lighting, I know all of us want to have lights and we go with lighting and everything. Please use your flash on your camera or try and use natural lighting as much as possible. I know that when you're going to do like a bridal and all that, you need a ring light and the lights and everything. You can buy a ring light that I have here that I cannot remove. It went for I think 3,000. Right now ring lights are very cheap, they're all over, so you can invest in one and get one. Invest in a good camera, and then no, you're good to go. You don't really have to break a bank, and that's pretty much it. You have all this. That is a guideline that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you are struggling on where to start and how you can start to do makeup, and you have the stress of how much it's gonna cost you and how many products and how much products you're gonna buy, this will help you out. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to share. So if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know if you love this kind of content, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.